God damn, that bike is loud. Okay. Come on, come on. Maybe. Maybe not. Who's there? Who is not? It seems like right now is a lot of traffic. Unfortunately. Greetings, newcomer. And welcome to the show. My man. Damn. Police. Dude, you're on a bike. How is it that you didn't go out? Ah, because of the cops. Drop your nuts, boy. Drop your nuts. Wow, what are these cops doing now? What are these cops doing? I just hope they don't pull up behind me. I'd be pissed. Okay. Would have been my fault. Trying to tempt fate that way. Come all. Come one, come none. Maybe. Maybe not. Greetings, person. And welcome. Bro, cops say. So anyway, hello. I wonder if this is a live stream where people might actually engage. Maybe not. Maybe, but maybe not. So how long do you guys think it would take for me to build somewhat of a community on YouTube? Any estimations? Maybe. Maybe. Kirsty. Hello. Where do you live? I'm just assuming Australia. You did say hi. Maybe today is the day where people talk. I don't think people really message in the morning. I was trying a live stream in the morning just to gauge what times would be optimal for me to live stream. I haven't quite figured it out yet. This is the third day for me live streaming so far. So I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out after about a couple of weeks, I think. Caden. Damn. I haven't heard the name Caden for a long time. Caden is the name of a girl that I used to go to no. So my older cousin, one of her best friends in intermediate, when she eventually had a son, she named him Caden. Good job, keep going. Wait, where am I going to? Do you mean as in keep going with the live streaming? I'll try. But it also depends on the crowd. It depends on the people. It depends on how often people are engaging with me. It depends, I guess, on the quality of the live stream. The quality of the live stream is dictated by the people that are paying attention, or the people that are contributing to the chat. You know? But I appreciate the positive mindset. I'll grind it out. I've definitely been a lot more active on YouTube over the past week or so. You just subbed? I appreciate the sub. Thank you. We'll see if we can get somewhere. So where's the location of where you guys are? Australia, I'm assuming. I did have a couple of people from America in my live streams a couple of times, so that was good. Turns out they were already subbed to me years and years ago, though. So you're in Australia. Which part of Australia are you in? South Australia. Cool. I don't think I've been to South Australia before. Australia is not a very pretty country, is it? It's pretty ugly. I mean, it's certainly vast. I live in Sydney. Sydney, mate. Living in good old Sydney, mate. It's so expensive here. I'm broke all the time. I don't understand how people can survive with families. Like, are you guys getting some sort of government assistance? Because if I had to support this family off what I make, there's no way. We would all starve, because I'm pretty much starving on my own wage right now as a single man. Who do I support in AFL? I don't like AFL. I'm not a massive sports person. I don't like sports really. I'm more into athletics. In terms of watching things, I'm more into athletics as opposed to sports. If I did sit down and watch a sport, I'd probably, I don't know, watch bowling or pool or darts. Not for long periods of time, but I would much rather watch that than rugby or AFL. I realized that it was somebody else. I thought it was just one. How do I know about the AFL? Can I give you a shout out? Well, I kind of already did because I read your name, so there you go. That was your shout out. Christmas nuts. Damn. What about these nuts? What's up? I don't know if I can really call them nuts though. They're pretty small, but I gotta make do with whatever it is that I got, right? It's not like I can increase the size. I mean, I could probably inject some sort of Botox into it, because I think that's a procedure where you can plump your balls, but I don't think that's very good for you. Shout out on the next video. What do you mean shout out on the next video? Fuck, Kirsty. You already said hi. When you came in, you were the first one that came in just before. Oh wait, is that a button? Like as in, do you tap a button when you first come in? And then it says, you say hi, like it's a hi button. Is that what that is? Because that's popped up a couple times. It's not you guys specifically typing out hi. It's like a badge. Give us a story of where you nearly burnt your house down. You mean like as in, do you want me to tell you right now how I almost burnt my house down? Meow, meow. Wait, Christmas nuts, what are you upset for? I thought it was writing those nuts, you know? I thought it was writing the whole name. I thought you were appreciating, or at least would have appreciated what it is I just said, but apparently not. Smash. I don't know if it's going to dip a little bit because it might take over to my house internet soon. Of a live stream. Okay, so the way that I almost burned my house down was I was rendering some beef tallow just to make some moisturizing cream for myself, and as I was rendering it, I rendered it, or I was purifying it. Basically what you do is you put it in some water and you just leave it on a low temperature for a long period of time, and it hopefully gets out the impurities. So what I ended up doing was the day before I rendered it for about 3 hours. So I thought to myself, okay, I will render it for, it would probably take me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to go down to the supermarket to get some groceries and then come back. So I thought to myself, if I keep it on a low heat and I render it for that amount of time, when I leave my house, it should be perfectly fine. So after about an hour, hour and 10 minutes, I came home and then I could smell this burning. I was like, what the hell is that? And then I realized that the burning was coming from my apartment. So I sprinted up as quickly as I could, and as I walked in there, it was pitch black. Like, this was during the peak of the day, and pitch black in there. If you had a hand in front of you, this far, you wouldn't be able to see. I saw the fire in the corner, ran into the oven. I slapped the fire out, and I opened up my windows. I tried to air it out as quickly and as much as possible. So I almost passed out because the smoke was so thick, and I had black all in my nostrils, all around my mouth, all around my face. It was all soot that had built up and flown around my house. Everything was black. I had to wipe everything down. Yeah, it was a disaster. An absolute disaster. So as I finally calmed everything down, fortunately no one called the cops, or fortunately no one called the fire brigade, because no one knew. So after a few hours, I was getting ready to go to Bunnings to go and buy some cleaning products so I can get things out. And as I got to my car, I got a message from one of the girls, and she was like, "Hey, I think you and I should hang out tonight." So I was like, "All right, screw it, let's go." So I just went straight up to her house. I think I picked her up from her house, and I was like, she could tell that something was up. She was like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Oh no, just once you get to my house, you'll see." And she kind of like looked at me, and she was like, "Why, is it something kinky?" Because I'm that guy, right? So I was like, "You'll see." So she was super excited because she thought it was some sort of sexual thing. We finally get to my house, and then we walk in, and it's like black everywhere. And she was like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And so I told her what happened. And I'm like, I was just leaving my house to go and get some cleaning stuff when you ended up messaging me. So it was her happened to my place. That's how I almost burned my house down. Because I'm just an idiot. I'm like an idiot. I mean, it's no surprise that I did that. So I hope you loved my story, even though it was somewhat of a long one. I hope you love my story about how I almost burned my house down. Let's go. Keys. No. Tiago, yo. The funny thing is, I think I came across your Instagram, not your Instagram, I mean your YouTube not too long ago. And I was like, what the heck, I haven't spoken to him for ages. So, as you can see, I'm trying my hand at YouTube. I don't know how popular I may get on YouTube before I get cancelled, as you know. But I thought I'd give it a little go, invest some time into it, which I have been doing over the past few days. I've been live streaming every day for the past few days, and I've also been live streaming at certain times, just to see what the optimal time to stream is. Your hair, I can see that. I can see that. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. What's been going on? I haven't spoken to you in years. We still never got around to That barbecue, bro, I was looking forward to that barbecue. I was geeing it up in my head, and then it just didn't happen because life, I guess. Also because I got cancelled. The heck? So I have fasted. I'm drawing now on an acreage. What is drawing? Where is drawing? I don't even know if I'm saying drawing correctly. Hello, drawing. Hello. It's a place. Yeah, but whereabouts? Because you were living in Melbourne too, eh? 20 minutes past Pakenham? God damn! You may as well just keep going. Keep going, you're in the middle of nowhere. No, I gotta style my hair because it looks disastrous. You love it there? Yeah, I'm sure it's great. What is it that you're doing there with yourself? Are you very active on social media? Or now you've taken a back seat on it? Have you made any money from social media? I mean, have you made any money from YouTube or not? I think I was looking at some of the stats and stuff. It seems pretty difficult. If you go where? I'm still here, by the way. Yo, you keep popping those questions. You gotta pop those questions if you want me to chat. YouTube I have? Wait, what? Yeah, you've got like 7,000 subscribers or something like that, don't you? Oh, you mean YouTube you have made money. How much money have you made on YouTube? So I was looking at the numbers. Apparently, if you're doing shorts, for example, you don't start making money unless you get 10 million views in total. 10 million views in total? That's mental. Like, YouTube must be taking the piss, man. Because what is even the point in trying to create things on YouTube? If the only point in which you can start making money, especially on shorts, is if you have 10 million views, and then after 10 million views, that's when you start making money. Bro, come on. So you've made 9K on here. Okay. That's pretty good. 9K in what period of time? I don't do it for money, my business is... Yeah, no, I know, but it sort of gives me an idea in how to gauge how much time and how much effort I need to invest when it comes to YouTube. Also, what is it that you're doing? I can't quite recall what it is that you were doing for work. Your channel has 2.4 million views. I did see that it has quite a number of views. That's pretty high. How old am I? 35. NDIS? What is NDIS? Will that work? Might work. Hola, ¿cómo estás? My sleep was great, it was just not very long. I was making money on YouTube first, and that's when I went to TikTok. Let YouTube slide, so I'm back here. Yeah, right. He's still doing TikTok. I started investing time into TikTok again. It's funny. Every now and again I'll get a comment from somebody saying, "We still remember you." Oh my god, they haven't completely blocked you? People are so bitter. A lot of people have very miserable lives. Yo, Caden, where you at? TikTok destroyed all your channels. Yeah. Where do you work? Sure. Where do you work? I was asking where you were, just because you were quiet. So I figured I'd extend some questions to you, seeing as I thought you may still have been here. Hello, newcomers. Hey, Tiago. How long do you think it would take for me to try and build something up here on YouTube? Because, bro, I think it's going to take me ages. You do mainly food? Kmart in South Australia. Wait, are you a male or female? Because I only know a male Caden. No, I might actually know a female Caden too, actually. Come to think about it, I'm not 100% sure though. But I feel like you're a female for some reason. YouTube is about content? Yeah. I know. But the other night when I was just scrolling through some shorts, there was some random Asian lady in the dark that was streaming, and she had 3.6 thousand people watching her, and I was like, nah, screw it, I'm just going to start streaming. So I started doing it 3 days ago. Mainly because I only got 1,000 subscribers 3 days ago, so we'll see. You're a male. Alright. I'm assuming you're young. Maybe 17, 18. I don't know if they employ... I'm thinking 16 or 17. For some reason. Maybe because I feel like you're needy. Are you needy? So it just gave me young impressions of you. You 14? You're alive. You were mowing your lawns the other day on a live. How did that go? I feel like people would probably tune into that actually. That's so random. I was thinking about going out tonight, dancing, and just streaming that and seeing what kind of engagement I might get. I don't know if it would be very good, but we'll see. 30 views? Okay. I just have a feeling you'd never know what will work. You just started working a month ago? Nice. Wait, are you actually 14? Because this is the internet. I don't even know if you're allowed to work at the age of 14. Maybe. Yeah, you're 14 here in South Australia, you can. That's cool. Makes sense. I mean, it makes sense why you were like, I'm still here, by the way. That's a great age just to start working. It teaches you certain things with life that you can't learn if you're not working. Just more responsibilities. Punctuality, you would hope. A certain system, although maybe being part of the working system isn't that great, but you might be able to appreciate an income because you're actually working for it. So it's good. Well done. Yeah, I feel like I've overstretched it. So at least there's not a rip in my chest, or there's no tear. It just feels like, when you're trying to do the splits or whatever, and then you overcommit to it, and then your groin hurts for a couple of days or a few days, it's bad. I'm just surprised that it made that noise, or it made that feeling that I had gotten when I went down like that. And there's no injury to it. So I think it should recover somewhat over the next few days or so. So I just need to avoid going to the gym, training. I don't know if I'm capable of dancing, but I think I'll go to Pontoon tonight just to check it out. I saw that you were dancing over at Rouge or whatever. When did you go there? How was it? Yo, Caden, you bastard, don't you dare do that. You're year 8, nice. I don't know how though. Hang on, what did I say? You don't know how to what? You don't know how to... I don't know. You keep an eye on you. Sure, bro. I'll I'll keep an eye out on you. Do I go to the gym? I don't go to the gym as frequently as I probably should. You don't know how to what? Talk to you soon. Yo. Yes. If you jump onto YouTube, you will probably see my stupid face a lot. So I'm sure I will be seeing you very soon. I don't know how I'm a year 8. I should be... You don't know how you're in year 8, you should be in year 9. Does it matter? I mean, I dropped out of school because I'm done. I gotta go. Later, little 14-year-old boy. Have fun with your little 14-year-old life. I'm sure it's a hell of a lot better than my 35-year-old life. Enjoy. squishy. Ooh. Hello, person. Welcome to my lonely little live stream. Lonely little live. My lonely little life. My lonely little life on this lonely little life. Is it just me? Well, yes, but I am a new streamer. Bars. That's speaking from depression. I'm depressed. Koi mai Nikki. Koi mai? What does that mean? Am I saying that correctly or no? He's expressing his depression. I am. You got a first time, a first try, brother. Yo, whereabouts are you from? It's TSI for Lewis. TSI? TSI. What does TSI mean? You're from Queensland. Okay, cool. I bet the chicks in Queensland are hotter than they are here. Wait, how old are you? I feel like you're young for some reason. Don't know why. Oh, maybe not young. No. Maybe. Maybe, actually. Maybe high school. How old are you? Torres Strait Islander. Oh. Think you might actually be the first Torres Strait Islander that I know of. Maybe. Yes, I think so. 18, you're bored scrolling. Damn, bro. And what is it that you find interesting? Or at least interesting enough for you to not scroll? Pumping billies? Wait. Oh, like as in you're smoking weed? I'm guessing you're a Kiwi. Yeah.
I'm a Kiwi, mate. I'm good on Kiwi.
I was the only one? Hang on. You were the only one to what? Maybe not overly young. My judgment might have been slightly skewed because I was chatting to a kid that was 14 years old, apparently. 14 years old from South Australia that works in Kmart. That's what you... Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, you happened to come in when there were a couple of other people that were chatting. So... Do you typically watch live streams? And if you do, what do you find interesting within the live streams? You seem like you're either from New Zealand or Tongan. No, I'm certainly not Tongan. Wait, how is it that you feel as though there's a lot of similarities between somebody that's from New Zealand and Tongans? The dead giveaway would have been the way that I speak. I don't know any Tongans that speak like I do. No, never. I honestly watch streams. You honestly watch streams? Do you mean you don't usually watch streams? And some accents can be hidden pretty well. Yeah, but Tongans also look a certain way too. I suppose if you haven't really grown up around different ethnicities like Tongans, Samoans, Hawaiians, Maori, you might not know the difference. But I assure you, friend, I am Maori. But anyway, going back to the question of live streams. You don't usually watch live streams, or you do usually watch live streams? I never watch live streams, probably one of the first I've been here for. Oh, well, I appreciate you being here with me, even if it's just you and I. That's not the whole ooh nervous anime movement. That's diddle on diddle. Your diddle, mine diddle. And we docking in each other if you're not circumcised. I'm not circumcised, so it means that you'd be docking inside me. Tickling pickles, G. Yeah. I'll tickle your pickle. So I don't know if you can guess as to why I got banned on live streams on TikTok permanently. But I assure you that people, for some reason, found them entertaining. I, for one, for the life of me, can't figure out why people would find other people so entertaining when they're on live streams, because if I ever come across live streams, everyone is so boring. That was out of pocket, lad. I'll keep docking in mind. Yeah. I'm a special one. Not like the good sense of being special. More in the sense that you want to get away from me because I'm so weird. Like that kind of special. I also forgot how live streams can be so unpredictable. Well, no. Unpredictable in the sense that I'm the unpredictable actor. And nobody knows what the hell's going to fly out of my stupid little mouth. Because it's stupid. Do you know what this mouth is? Go. Finish it off. It's more personal because it's like, I want to one stream, you're quite attentive, and you reply to all this said, and it's interesting talking to a complete stranger while he's cooking feet. It was actually pretty popular. So my live streams on TikTok used to be real popular because all I would do is sit there and talk to a lot of people. And people found it interesting because they were like, you're the only streamer that literally reads everybody's names and that talks to everybody and answers every single question. But if I'm taking it from my perspective, I think it takes some sort of degree of courage for people to comment to other people on just social media. So from I guess a moral perspective, I like to address whatever it is that people are asking. But everyone was always like, yo, it's cooking with Ra time, yay. And it also got to a point where it became a religion. People all around the world were tuning their clocks in. It didn't matter what time it was, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. People would just get up and watch my live streams because I always stream 12 o'clock in the morning and 12 o'clock at night. And it got to the point where at the end of the stream, because I'd stream for about an hour, at the end of the stream there'd be about 50,000 people or more that would come through and just sit there and chat and watch. So yeah, I suppose to a certain degree, it is nice to be able to talk to somebody that feels as though is paying attention to you. And especially if people haven't signed on and spoken to me for months and then they jump on and they see that I'm live and then I recognize their usernames and the previous conversation that we had months ago, and they're like, dude, you've been talking to thousands of people, how is it that you can remember those conversations? I mean, there are some that have more impact than others, but I think in a world where people lack attention and interest towards other people, I don't want to be a part of that. I want to try and be somebody that pays attention to other people and that makes people feel as though they're heard. You've got a new subscriber, Bala. Oh, Bala is boy, right? In Aboriginal language. You seem like a quiet, and personality. Wait, what? A quiet? I've got a bit dyslexia, so when it comes to things, I'm not very good at deciphering what it is that other people are trying to say. I'm also not very good at jokes. I can see why people would tune in to watch you. Hang on, you seem like a personality. You seem like you have quite a personality. You seem like you have a quiet personality. No, it doesn't make sense in this context. You seem like you have quite a personality. But I appreciate the sub. I'm trying to, okay. Give me a timeline and how long do you think it will take for me to be successful on YouTube? My goal is to try and make something on social media. At that point in time, I was making money, but yeah, my mouth just got me in trouble, a lot of trouble. So I just couldn't be bothered putting in any more effort. But give me a time frame and how long you think it will be successful, or when I will start making money from here. So let's say that somebody said that I need to have 10 million views on shorts just to start making money. That's going to take a long time. Like, quite a personality. Yeah, I think I figured out what it is that you were saying. What are you trying to say? But I appreciate the encouragement. YouTube is weird. One day you might just blow up, but it's about finding your respective audience. Agreed. That's why it's weird because my TikTok back in the day didn't have any niche. Usually people play a certain niche, right? But mine was so different. Mine was all about self-deprecating humor. It was self-deprecating skits that I would make. There were dance videos, there were singing videos, there were anime review videos because I'm a massive geek. There were movie review videos. There were videos, educational videos, like trying to teach people how to speak Māori mythology. What else was there? Everything to do with my personality. So there wasn't hair care routines, hair tutorials. So there wasn't anything specific. I want to try and do that on YouTube too. I don't want the people to only think that I'm one-dimensional. So we'll see. I don't want to keep it to just one thing. People get bored of repetitiveness. So I don't think that would work in my favor if I were to just stick to, say, storytelling. No, storytelling might be alright actually, because you can speak about different types of stories. But if you're the type of person, so say for example, if I were to try and make a name for myself to do hair tutorials, there's only so much that you could do when it comes to curly hair. Once you run out of it, then you've got nothing else to really post up. You're just going to be posting the same thing and hoping that you're going to attract new people. So yeah, that's boring. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I was going to say, it seems like it's just your personality that makes people drawn to you. Variety is good. Variety is good. Dependent on the selection that you have. One thing I want to get into is bee hunting, which is super random. I'm also a very random person. I like doing random things all the time. But the polarizing thing about me is that I'm an introvert. I don't like leaving my house. I don't like interacting with people in real life. Not because I lack the confidence. I'm a very confident person. I just think that people require so much energy. And I'm exhausted from doing nothing. So yeah, people are very tired. And they require more energy than I want to put into them. Don't get me wrong, I do. But still, I prefer to curl up in my little house and do my little things. What does bee hunting entail? So bee hunting is basically just going out and people might call you to extract a beehive that's been accumulating on their premises. Or maybe some bees are swarming somewhere and you'll go and you'll collect the bees and then you'll house them, maybe sell them off to some beekeepers, that kind of thing. I've just always found it so fascinating, but I find a lot of things fascinating. But I think that's one of the things that is probably within reach. Like if I really committed to it, I could go out and do that. I just think it's cool. So your name, your first name isn't Kuimai, is it? Are you a morbid person per se? Yeah, I'm this far away from killing myself every second of the day. I want to kill myself. I'm not depressed, but you find true freedom, peace, and tranquility through death. Kuimai Thorwitha. Thorwitha Nikki. How do I say the second name? Same mate, don't let the self-deprecating humor win. Do you know what I find odd in Australia is that a lot of the times if you express self-deprecating humor, people are like, oh, you shouldn't put yourself down. That's really bad for your mental health. People in New Zealand do it all the time. It's pretty normal over there. Over here, people think that you're beating yourself up if you express some sort of self-deprecating humor. But there are a lot of studies that show that people that are self-deprecating are the ones that are probably the most intelligent. That's not me. But they're also the funniest people, statistically. Bitnits, a coping mechanism. Hang on, bitnits? Trying to figure that out. The. Is that how you say your second name? Or does it sound weird because of my accent? The. dogs are absolutely brutal. Call you mine. I dig the name. When you can laugh at yourself, I could see how that makes you more humorous. And for the bit in its parts, I mean to type, but it's, here, see, I would not have figured that out. But it's a coping mechanism. Self-deprecating humor, it can be a coping mechanism. It just depends on the person. I think in most cases it probably is. But I think being able to laugh at oneself is just a form, without it being so, like without it being the reason why you're coping. I think to be able to do that is, it speaks volumes as to probably the type of trauma you overcame. And healing, I don't like using that word. That's such a gay word. This is one of those terms that are used all the time, overused. I'm overused because I'm a whore. For me it is for sure. So self-deprecating humor is a coping mechanism for you. And why? Why is it that you use self-deprecating humor to cope? Tell me your story. Niacinamide time. It's good for your skin, good for repair. Bro, you dumb? This one was pretty interesting. That made me laugh, not gonna lie. Okay, elaborate. Because I'm failing to make the connection between this morning. I'm assuming that what you did was some sort of self-deprecating situation this morning and it made you laugh and made someone feel uncomfortable. I don't know, I'm just making up a narrative in my head. Read the prior comment. It's not showing. Okay, so the only things that are popping up on my comments section that you have said so far, maybe YouTube has blocked it for some reason, but it says the last one, I'll go back a couple. So you've got the, well, when you can laugh at yourself, I can see how that would make you more, that makes you more humorous, I'm guessing. And the bits part, and then after that it says, for me it is for sure. And then after that, and this morning was pretty interesting, that made me laugh, not gonna lie. And then the read the prior comments. So if you did comment prior to that or in between any of those messages that I read, it didn't come through. So you might have to look at what it is that you typed and you might have to censor it. I'm not 100% sure because I don't know how the YouTube censorship works. Even though this live stream is not made for children, I don't know what the parameters are. Or did you have something before that? No, you didn't. No, there was nothing else before that. and nothing else still has come up. Just FYI. Just in case you are typing anything. Salt. Best salt. This is the best salt, by the way. If you're ever wanting salt, hand harvested Celtic salt. This one specifically, salt of the gods. Oh wait, salt of the earth, salt of the earth, salt of the gods, same. This blue packet, fine grains, is by far the best salt you can ever get for yourself. Highly recommend. YouTube has censored your voice, yeah. You might be able to work around it. It's frustrating at the fact that I can't read what it is that you are trying to say, because I am intrigued. I don't know if YouTube is as bad as TikTok though, because TikTok's pretty bad. Or maybe what you could do is you can break it down, like whatever the words that are on there, that you have to censor, you can skip it, and then maybe type individual letters, or construct a sentence. Once you get to a word that seems censored, then send individual letters and then continue on what it is that you were saying. Maybe that might work. Wait, did you even get that? Were you even here when I said that? Bro. You didn't get that, did you? You didn't. Ooh, crap. I'll let that cool down for a bit because it's pretty hot.
What have you got against my city?
The city's just fine. It's the people in it who need to be educated. That I have no rival. Especially not you.
Still censored.
You okay, man? Yeah, thanks. Guy's really becoming a pain in my ass. Okay, come on. Yeah, I got you.
Hey, no!
Thought I had him. Wally? Who the hell are you? What have you got against my city?
The city's just fine. It's the people in it who need to be educated. That I have no rival. Especially not you.